There we go.
RHCSC.
Very good. Let's go.
OZDVK.
Very nice.
RHKSD. SVH.
I like the confidence in his voice.
OZ.
Yes. Again, you don't need to, but try and see if you can read this one too.
Like KCRDK or H.
Very nice. Come on, anything here if you can. Don't have to.
NV. Something OZ.
Fine. So 2025 minus 2 he's seeing. So for doctors watching, here's a wonderful patient. He's traveled from Kentucky, right? And as you see patients here from all over the world today, here he is, and you can see my struggle with each one of them. How many hours have we spent together already? Yeah.
Hours and what?
With me.
I don't know.
Okay, come look from there.
I lost count.
So lost count, yes. So very important, doctors. My struggle to find the vision potential that they have. He's had multiple radial keratotomy incisions, scars on his cornea. You can see the level of astigmatism, 7 diopters of irregular astigmatism. He also has had previous LASIK surgery, correct?
Yes.
And he has also had PRK, and he has scars all over. And you can see that here on the impact. A lot of radial keratotomy, but also scars from the LASIK, from the PRK. He's got central scars. He's also had cataract surgery with multiple lens implant exchanges, and also had retinal detachment surgery in that eye. Is that correct?
I'm a train wreck, doc.
No, you're fine. So, but doctors, you see what I'm doing. I'm first trying to find the potential. I've refracted and re-refracted him here. I will still keep on torturing him to find my potential. And actually, I'm able to refract him down to 2025 as you saw. But here's the important thing that I always show you all and teach you all, right? Because he's not a 2020 candidate, how should I be integrity-wise clear about proceeding for surgery? Because there's a cost to surgery, there's a healing to surgery, right? Yeah?
Yes.
So I'm not going to do what is known as my billion-dollar test, right? Which is perception. How much does he perceive the improvement? By the way, his vision is 2400 uncorrected. 2400 even with the best correction he was given. What options were you given before coming here?
Cornea transplant.
Transplant. And we are going to not only avoid that, but actually make him see through his broken cornea. That's the goal. So I'm going to now take him up to some line which he easily read. That's the 2050 line. I'm going to ask him for perception. His perception should be at least more than 8 on 10 for me to say yes to proceed with surgery. Because remember, these are not a virgin eye, right? He's had multiple surgical failures, multiple issues, but I still want to land his best potential. All right, this is a very important test now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you vision of this without the correction that I put in. And how do you see that?
I don't.
Okay. And now,
Just a little black.
sure. Now with what I have here, how much better on a scale of 1 to 10?
12.
Wow, 12. So doctors, that is what my perception test is. Once he's given me 12 on 10, by the way, improvement with this. Remember again, because he's not 2020 candidate or potential, and he's had multiple surgeries, but the only chance given to him all over the nation being a transplant. So because he sees 12 on 10 better, it means that 2025 line to him is 100 times better than where he is right now. Does that make sense? Hence, not only as a surgeon, but as integrity, you're okay to say yes to proceed, and we perform LaZrPlastique surgery on his broken cornea, disjointed cornea with all these scars, LASIK flaps, and all the internal optics that he has from his lens implants and cataract surgeries, despite his retinal status, and bring him to vision. So you saw, despite the 9 different anatomical complications he has from multiple previous surgeries, I have personally refracted him, and he's able to read down to 2025, and that his perception he gave us was 12 on 10 better compared to having nothing, because he's legally blind in the eye with very high, about 9 diopters irregular astigmatism. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Lovely. Now for doctors, I already showed you the topography, I showed you the scarring, I showed you the impact factors. Now let's look at the image of this patient's eye, which is very important. You can see all the 9 issues going on here. Besides his radial keratotomy cuts that are twice cut and causing over 9 diopters irregular astigmatism, he has central scarring, he has PRK, he's had LASIK in this area. If you can see the scar on the cornea here coming up. Also, he's had cataract surgery with a posterior capsular tear and has multiple lens exchanges. Finally, a lens in the sulcus they have put in. Iris transillumination damage you can see here. He's had vitrectomies, retinal surgeries, and following all of that, including dry eyes. So 9 different things going on. But the fact that he can visually see with my refraction, this is the whole concept of plastique. I'm overriding the anatomical abnormalities and challenges with his visual capacity by manipulating his optics by doing LaZrPlastique on this broken and irregular and scarred cornea, irrespective of how many surgeries he's had. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Ready to roll?
Ready.
My pleasure again. So there you go, docs, and we'll be in surgery shortly tomorrow, and then we'll keep you posted. All right, say bye-bye to them. This is Dave, Alex. So you can see in this case a very oval and blurry reflex from about 9 diopters irregular astigmatism in a patient with RK, multiple Lasik BRK surgery, scarring, pseudophakia underneath, you can see, and multiple retinal surgeries. We'll be doing LaZrPlastique in this case. You can see the reflex is very, very bad. There we are. Looking at the blinking light. Alex on? Yeah. Lovely. Just enough of them. This is it. Thank you. Lovely.
10 seconds.
Very nice. Wonderful.
3, 2, 1.
Just finished doing LaZrPlastique on your very complex cornea with scars, radial keratotomy, previous LASIK, PRK, cataract, retinal detachment. Can you tell any difference?
Oh, yes. It's really clear. I see a perfect circle.
Lovely. Any pain at all?
No, nothing.
Fantastic. For doctors watching, if you see right there, that's the perfect circle of sight, I call it. When we started, it was very blurry, very oval. You can see that perfect circle right there, despite all his previous failed surgeries. Is that right?
Yes.
Congratulations. Safe travels back to Kentucky.
Thank you.
Kentucky. How do you feel? How bad was the surgery?
That's
Not bad at all.
How many years of blindness?
probably 15 or so.
Top 15.
How long do you think the surgery took?
I can't even tell. A few minutes, not long.
Big guy crying.
Yes, not long at all.
Very happy for you. No. You okay? Yeah? Yes? Come on. Come. Love it.
You are, you know?
Yes, she's
She's
amazing.
a wonderful
Yes.
person.
She trained it.
Yes. Get some rest in the hotel, guys. Everything went beautiful there. Please, careful. I'll see you guys tomorrow, all right?
All right, thank you.
My name is Dale Bryant. I'm from Stanford, Kentucky. I'm here with my wife, Darlene, which we're lucky to be here because we've had a knockdown, drag out fight over why I'm traveling this far to come and see a doctor. I've had multiple surgeries. I've had 8 cut RK, both eyes. I've had a piece of steel that went through my left eye and ruptured the bag. I had to have emergency surgery, had a lens, did good for a short time, I can't remember how long. Then I got a detached retina, and I assume it was from the injury. And I have a buckle and went through all that and lost quite a bit of vision in that eye. And I've struggled for 15 years, I guess, with 2400. Until I found Dr. Gulani, and today I was 2150, so I'm improving. And I'm hopeful for the future that I'll get better. And it's been a wonderful experience, no pain. Everything's great. I don't know what else I could say. Hope there's more people that can find him and get help from. I'm not really good at pronouncing the keratoconus, the cone shape. I had that with the RK, the injury. Had a lot going on. So I'm grateful that I have the improvement that I have so far. hope he continues his work and can teach his daughter the same. In addition, I'd like to add that everything's been a wonderful experience. The staff is wonderful. We had a group meeting people from Canada and Georgia and North Carolina. I had a lady from Canada that went, I believe she was 2020, from practically blind. It's amazing. And I just think Dr. Gulani is a wonderful doctor. That's all I can say.